What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm heading to the gym. It's chest day. Kind of wanted to talk a little bit about my plans for the gym today. So yeah, let's get into it. Chest day, I've been doing pretty much the same, roughly the same chest day, back day, leg day split for a few years now. I'll change up the split just to refresh, you know, but my typical chest day, what does that look like? So I'll get warmed up, I hop right into bench, and I go heavy. You'll hear people say go light and do higher rep ranges for more lean mass. Lean, that's a cop right there, god damn it. He's kind of on my ass right now. Anyways, you'll hear a bunch of different things. I've always been in the camp of like, I'd rather have more muscle mass than lean muscle mass. I'm already pretty lean as it is. I have a pretty high metabolism, so I focus on going heavy. So I'll usually jump right into flat bench or incline bench barbell press and do a quick warm-up, and then I'll do 3 heavy working sets, 8 reps tops, for 3 sets, and then make me nervous. Felt like I couldn't even talk straight. There's always cops around here on this stretch because I live right by a police station, so they all like just kind of hang out around that area. It's really frustrating, but whatever. Makes the community safer. Anyways, so I'll do flat bench or incline bench depending on whether I'm trying to target my upper chest or mid chest. Go heavy, get a pump immediately, and then from there I jump into flies. I like to do cable flies. I like to do the pec deck fly machine. I'm not really a big fan of dumbbell flies, like on a flat bench or incline bench. It's just kind of hard on my shoulders. And then from there I'll just jump into another press movement. Typically I'll do whatever I didn't start with. So if I started with flat bench barbell, I'll jump into incline bench dumbbell. Or if I start with incline bench dumbbell, I'll hop into like flat bench barbell. I like to do both barbell and dumbbell work and both, you know, in one workout, because I feel like I don't know, it's just kind of personal preference, honestly. I don't think it necessarily does anything more than if you were to just focus on one or the other, but yep, do that, and then I typically from there will go into weighted dips and then start working my way into triceps. Always do triceps on my push days, chest days, because you're triggering, you know, when you do your press movements, a lot of your supporting muscles are coming from your triceps on those movements, and so you're getting them pumped anyways, and you know, it's just like how I've always done things. So sometimes I've done like, you know, I've done, for example, like chest and back. I don't really know what that split's called, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, this whole time, right, I'm focusing on going heavy, maxing out around the 8 rep range. I'm not really interested in going like high reps until the end of my workout, pretty much. And the reason for that for me is because I've been working out for a while, and I've tried a whole bunch of different types of splits and workouts and ways of doing exercises. I've practiced doing negatives, you know, where you focus on like restricting your muscle and not like, you know, like if you're coming down on a bench, you come down slow for 4 seconds, explode up, come down slow for 4 seconds, explode up. Or if you're doing like tricep extensions, you're pushing it down, extending it, and then releasing it on a 4-second cadence, and so on. I mean, where I'm at in this point in my life is really just to get as strong as I can, and big as I can. I don't really care about cutting. I'm not in a cut right now. When I am in a cut, I will focus more on high rep ranges, lower weight, because I'm not focused on hypertrophy at that point. So, but yeah, to sum it up, flat bench / incline bench, barbell, explosive heavyweight, first exercise. Second exercise, some form of flies. Third exercise, another push, doing the opposite of what you started with, incline or flat. Typically go to dumbbells, and then I go to weighted dips, and I didn't really talk about triceps. So to get into triceps, a lot of my work comes from skull crushers. My philosophy is, when you get into the gym, you have a full energy bar. You know, you got like full HP almost, right? Like if you're in a video game, you got like full, your HP bar is full. As you work down, or as you finish your workout, you're like, your HP goes down, your energy goes down. So you want to, in my opinion, do the hardest exercises that can give you the most impact, the most bang for your buck first, which is why I start with the heavy exercises, the barbell benches, the flies, the dumbbell press, you know, whatever. And then I get into cable work, machine work, triceps at the end. I'm not gonna start with triceps, for example. I'm not gonna start with triceps and then get into flat bar bench, try and throw around 225. It's gonna be way harder to throw around that heavyweight, and you know, you're just you're not gonna be able to get as much out of your workout as you could if you did it the other way around. Now, that's to say, sometimes you do want to switch it up. Sometimes you'll plateau and you need to switch it up, kind of shock your muscles. But for triceps, I'll do a lot of, like, with that philosophy in mind, I start with flat bench skull crushers with the barbell. I'll move to seated overhead press with the dumbbell, and then I'll move to cable work And I'll do, you know, barbell extensions, rope extensions, single arm extensions. And I pretty much go until my arms feel like they're about to fall off. So that's my philosophy. Let me know what you think. Well, let me know what you think though. I mean, I know, like, you know, we can all learn from each other and work out differently. I'm not saying I'm a fucking guru with working out by any means. I don't necessarily follow a lot of the science-based lifting. Look at this decoration my mom made me. Cute. It's my dog, which is also represented right there. My dog. I have an English cream golden retriever, so yeah. Halloween's upon us almost. It's crazy. Shimmering. Got the Voodoo Blue G80 over there. Thing's clean. But anyways, like I said, I'm not a guru when it comes to working out. I just get in there and I work hard, and you see results when you work hard, just like everywhere in life. But follow the science to a certain extent, but make sure you're getting in there and pushing heavy weight around, and getting your heart rate up and exerting your energy, because that's where the gains are made. You don't get gains from lifting lightweight. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Tune in for the next video soon, probably sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna get to it. Thanks for watching. Drive safe. Peace.